Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in the English reading of the Quran, translation and commentary by Abdullah Yusuf A'lee, published by the Islamic Propagation Center International, IPCI, from Durban in South Africa. And join me in today's episode, chapter number 12, Surah Yusuf, and part number 5, where we are looking at the interpretation of the dream of the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. Right, let's continue with that. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Malik is the king. So Malik is the king. So the king said, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. So the king said, bring you him unto me. But when the messenger came to him, Joseph said, go thou back to thy lord and ask him, what is the state of mind of the ladies who cut their hands? For my lord is certainly well aware of their snare. The king said to the ladies, what was your affair when you did seek to seduce Joseph from his true self? The ladies said, God preserve us no evil. God preserve us no evil, know we against him. Said the Aziz's wife, now is the truth manifest to all. It was I who sought to seduce him from his true self. He is indeed of those who are ever true and virtuous. This say I in order that he may know that I have never been false to him in his absence, and that God will never guide the snare of the false ones. We've finished now with part 12 out of 30. Alhamdulillah. Nor do I absolve my own self of blame. The human soul is certainly prone to evil, unless my Lord do bestow his mercy. But surely my Lord is oft forgiving, most merciful. So the king said, bring him unto me. I will take him specially to serve about my own person. Therefore, when he had spoken to him, he said, be assured this day thou art before our own presence with rank firmly established and fidelity fully proved. Joseph said, set me over the storehouses of the land. I will indeed guard them as one who knows their importance. Alim, one with knowledge, right? Thus did we give established power to Joseph in the land to take possession therein as, when, or where he pleased. We bestow of our mercy on whom we please, and we suffer not to be lost the reward of those who do good. But verily the reward of the hereafter is the best for those who believe and are constant in righteousness. And then came Joseph's brethren. They entered his presence, and he knew them, but they knew him not. And when he had furnished them forth with provisions suitable for them, he said, bring unto me a brother you have, of the same father as yourselves, but a different mother. See you not that I pay out full measure, and that I do provide the best hospitality? Now, if you bring him not to me, you shall have no measure of corn from me, nor shall you even come near me. They said, we shall certainly seek to get our wish about him from his father. Indeed, we shall do it. And Joseph told his servants to put their stock in trade with which they had bartered into their saddlebags, so they should know it only when they returned to their people. Okay, I'm just struggling a bit to turn these pages. When they returned to their people, in order that they might come back. Now when they returned to their father, they said, oh, our father, no more measure of grain shall we get, unless we take our brother. So send our brother with us, that we may get our measure, and we will indeed take every care of him. He said, shall I trust you with him with any result other than when I trusted you with his brother aforetime? But God is the best to take care of him, and he is the most merciful of those who show mercy. Arhamar Rahimeen. And when they opened their baggage, they found their stock in trade had been returned to them. They said, "Oh, our father, what more can we desire? Thus our stock in trade has been returned to us, so we shall get more food for our family. We shall take care of our brother and add at the same time a full camel's load of grain to our provisions. This is but a small quantity." Jacob said, "Never will I send him with you until you swear a solemn oath to me in God's name that you will be sure to bring him back to me, unless you are yourselves hemmed in and made powerless." And when they had sworn their solemn oath, he said, "Over all that we say, be God the witness and guardian." Further he said, "O my sons, enter not all by one gate, enter you by different gates. Not that I can profit you aught against God with my advice. None can command except God. On him do I put my trust, and let all that trust put their trust on him." And when they entered in the manner their father had enjoined, it did not profit them in the least against the plan of God. It was but a necessity of Jacob's soul which he discharged, for he was, by our instruction, full of knowledge and experience, but most men know not. Join me in the next episode. We are continuing with chapter 12, part number 6. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.